it doesn't. We could talk about we could talk about it so much about missing. Oh, they did it, they did. But at the end of the day, it's like, hey, did you go search that grid that got posted, or has anybody been to that new grid? Hey, man, if you did this, did you fly this area? I get emails all the time asking me if I flew this area. Today, I got one. I ain't gonna say her name, but I'm looking into it. I know that there was a lot of comments about Rochelle, I believe. I've only talked to Rochelle a couple times. It's so hard to know what to believe anymore. I'll say this: if you believe you have a gift, I'll believe you have a gift. If that makes sense, until proven otherwise, and that's just it. I think everybody deserves a fair shot in believing in themselves. The thing that bothers me is that I'm learning new people. Oh yeah, Thursday I noticed his signs are down on Long Hollow. Angie, so I went by there. I went to 2 or 3 places yesterday going down Long Hollow, and I seen 2 signs. That was it. But I have the little thing you stab in the ground that they put up in elections. They have those, and so I got one of those. I thought that was pretty neat. That step, yeah, the Rochelle medium. I don't know much. I guess there was a live where we were all on, and I asked about her, and I'm like, I don't know. And then unfortunately, people, I guess, attacked her. And what's crazy, it's not me attacking her. It just sucks when you become a part. If you're in a live with multi people, right? And then it's like, well, if one person says it, you're inside that. And of course, if you try to defend it, you get stepped on. You can't say nothing because they boot you out and some other shit. That's why I said, man, I don't want to be a part of lives anymore or anybody else's lives. I would rather just hold my own, be able to just talk to you guys. My things is I want to be able to talk to y'all and say, hey, what do y'all think we should, necessarily, where do you think we should go? Like, how do you want to do this? One of the things that really frustrated me, and I talked to Tony about it, is I felt that they were not doing anything with the searches. All we kept hearing was, well, Nina this, Nina that. And Tony told me, he said, no, man, there is a local certified team that is here. And so, again, that was the first time I've heard this. I do know he had made a statement prior to that, but I don't know. Velma, I don't think there is anymore, if I'm not mistaken. I will tell you this: those things cost a lot of money. I'll talk about our live. Should only talk about Sebastian. 100%. You notice what my live said? Said Happy Memorial Day. So I mean, at the end of the day, like, I'll talk about some stuff, and I just wanted to pop on here and say, hey, yo, I just want to say, despite whatever differences me and Tony may have and may come into, I respect that he gave me a phone call and we were able to talk about things. And the one thing he was very adamant on the whole call, to be honest with you, was to make sure that he knew to tell me, hey, man, no, it wasn't a plan that you were like, it wasn't like that. And he said it on live. So I just don't understand, if you can make lives, you can make videos. That's the only problem. And and I get it, man. At the end of the day, he's pushing information, so I don't know, man. Yeah, look, I'm gonna say this first and foremost. Tony as a person, I can talk Tony. I can bullshit with Tony all day. I don't. I'm not. It's like I said last night. I'm frustrated. I'm voicing my opinions with how I felt that he's ran it so far. And honestly, he answered everything. And I even asked about followers and like, why are you pushing? Because I got pissed off about the followers thing. Why did it matter so much to have followers? I'm going to tell you this. It isn't because TikTok pays. I'm going to tell you that right now. TikTok doesn't pay you as well as you think. It is not. Unless you have millions of followers, you got to have supporters, like people that subscribe to your channel, people that subscribe to you. Hell, I've got a subscription thing, and I'll tell you right now, don't do that. Like, I'm on here right now. I'm on live. It's just weird, man. And I think the biggest thing, Jasmine's down to Sebastian. Oh, for sure. And that's why. So on a live last night, Coley's live, I was telling It's like at the end of the day, dude, we can all bash everybody, but it doesn't do anything. We need to be supportive of who they're choosing to use. Okay. Tony and them, like, we got to be supportive, because if we wish failure, then they're going to fail. But if we wish success, it's just like when, man, I hate to say what I'm fixing to say. When you think about the presidential shit, okay? If you want somebody to fail, then you're wishing that failure on them. Don't do that. Wish them success, man. Wish them to be successful and wish them to do good. That's the one thing I will say. Joel, Jenny, I get that. 100%. My thing is, up here to get things ready. Oh, no problem, guys. Let's see. Together in front of Sebastian. I just liked my own shit by accident. Sorry, guys. I wish everyone success. They can put their hands together. Yeah, and I think that's what is the goal? So what I understand the goal is, I think from what I understand is gather as much information, intel, any information. No information is bad information at the moment, right? Because we don't know. So what I'm understanding is grab every bit of information, take everything in, vet the shit, right? Vet it. And then, keep searching. That's one thing Tony told me. He's like, if I was there, I would be on the lake. He's like, you've got a bass boat, you have sonar, get on the lake. And he makes a great point. Just the only problem is can't do it right now because everybody's there. So, but I think that I'm hoping to start tomorrow, but it'll probably be Wednesday more so, because my actual guys' work week starts tomorrow. So you see where that goes. Wait, Tony and his mods. No, Burgess, mommy. Let me say, am I saying your name wrong? I probably, is it Burgess or Burgess? I want to get this right because I hate slaughtering y'all's names. It's the very country side of me, and I apologize. Jenny, I've seen her messages, but the first, it's okay. Okay, come, Burgess. I have a good friend named Burgess. He does cell phone towers. Well, he works for Crown Castle. But yeah, so my thing is this week I'm going to be heavily, so instead of flying, and I may take my drone on the boat. I don't know yet. I just kind of figure that out. But my big thing is going to be focusing on, the water, making sure that that's getting looked at. And anybody else in Hendersonville, let me put this out there. If you want to help, if you have a boat and you have sonar, and no, I'm not talking about go mock fucking Jesus on the water, right? You're gonna have to go about 3, 4, 5 idle, and run your sonars, man. And I'm telling you, you can Google what it would look like. I will tell you, one of the things I will say is there is theories, right? Theories. It could be a bag or a duffel bag. Let's just say you're going to have to be really eyes open. We're going to have to really look hard. Henrietta, I don't, sweetie. Thank you so much, though. Like I said, I will post a story letting y'all know, hey, I'm on the lake. Obviously, I won't be able to talk to y'all for a while. I'll probably be there. I plan to be there, solid 8 to 10 hours. And if I could do that, I feel like I just spit everywhere. I am so sorry, guys. I feel like if I could do this maybe 2 or 3 days, I can cover a lot of grounds, believe it or not. So, Ashley, good vibes. I know somebody else that said that. Jenny, no problem. Hey, and I'll say this, man. That's Tony. Tony has been pretty adamant about being on the water. And again, this is like we have our differences, right? But Tony's been adamant about it. He said that in the very beginning when I was first met him. It's like get in the water, run the sonars. So I do want to say that for him, man. Like he's a big fisherman like I am. I love bass fishing. He's been adamant about making sure we're on the water looking too. Family is everything. Yeah, family. Yeah, we are. So I want to do it tomorrow, but it's probably going to be Wednesday. Kayla, yeah, I am. been unfortunate. So do y'all remember when the tornado hit Lafayette, Tennessee, Macon County? So I was with the search group at that time. This is before I got in trouble and all that stuff. So where the 2x4, there was a mother found near a pond that was gone. So yeah, I understand what I'm getting myself into, and I know there's a probable there's a likelihood that if something is found, okay, that it could be, first off, you're not gonna see me run to social media. You're not gonna see none of that shit. So just know this: you won't know. You will not know. I can guarantee that. The biggest thing is LD check the water. You know what? That's a good question, Chrissy. I don't know. I know they've been on Long Hollow, and I know they went up if I'm not mistaken, they had rafts and stuff. So I want to say they did that last push they did up here when it was on the news. So I remember seeing them all over with rafts and stuff. That's actually a really good question. I would like that. I wish that Calatapo, what's it called? Calatapo, right? The topography maps. I wish it was an online database that everybody could access. So when somebody searches something, they can just, update the area. Certain people do, but a lot of people I've noticed don't. Not in debt. Smart Hoss. I love your name, Smart Hoss. That's clever as shit. Create an app for that. I ain't that smart. The theories don't matter right now. Finding matters. Once found, they do the rest. That is the live, laugh, love. That is the best thing ever, and I absolutely 100% agree. My thing is I feel like if anybody's from Hendersonville and you're watching this, dude, hit me up it may take me a second to get to you. Please understand that. I'm very responsive though when it comes to my messages. I'll try to get back to you as fast as possible. My email is attached to it from the project. If you want to help, I can tell you, hey, this is, I know a lot of people work during the week, so I would never ask you to, hey, take off from work or nothing. If you can come after work, that's fine. The positive side about sonars are, I don't need daylight. Just saying. So I think daylight would be great so I can see around me. But I can tell you this right now. So I could be on that water day, night. It doesn't matter. And I'm hopeful that I will be able to cover. I feel like at 8 hours, 10 hours a day, do that for 3 or 4 days. I'll say 3 at the least, 4. I should be able to literally cover. So just to give you guys insight, I live right beside Cage's Bend. If you're from Hendersonville, I mean literally, if you know where Double Dogs and stuff is, I could throw rock at the lake. Angel BSD me. Yeah, I still can't get out my head. Sebastian Landon is in the head. No, and so you know what? That's something that does frustrate me. Let me say this real quick. This is where I battled myself, right? When I came out and I said, look, I don't think Chris or Katie did it. I am speaking on the terms of actual LE, like evidence in my hands. My heart, I'm finding myself like so bad right now because I'm torn in between. Why does it look a certain way? Why does it not? Like, you know what I mean? Like if like all these things I'm thinking, and I'll tell y'all, I've had to tell myself it's doing me no good to worry about that because it's taken me from actually doing and going finding Sebastian. So when I'm sitting in my head, all I'm doing is drowning myself. I'm literally sitting here in thoughts. And then I don't allow myself to be able to do what I need to do, to be a productive person, to be productive to Sebastian. So what I have done is said, you know what? I don't give a shit what has happened. I don't need the narrative right now. The narrative will come once he is found. The job's to find him. Rissa, yeah, that's absolutely correct. And I think that we can say theories matter, yeah, but at the end of the day, I'm telling you right now, the amount of stuff that is out there that is so flip floppy. I'm telling you right now, I've got one goal in mind. That is not to I don't want to first misspeak ever again. That shit sucks. Two, I know what I can offer, and that is the two things. I can fly a drone. I can fly in the areas that LE and them have been searching, and I can get in the water. And that is exactly what I'm going to do. The what ifs and all that stuff. Like, and I respect everybody, right? Like, hell, dude, we had a good conversation last night about some things, and I was super positive about it. You know, we were disagreeing in it, you know, but we were adults, man. That's the cool part. Like, you know, the woman that just said, what did she say? She said, where's that? Theories and guesses won't find submission. Henrietta, and that right there is where I'm kind of like dead on, right? I think that we should. They can point. And Samantha Sloan, you make a positive point, and I can promise you this: I am noting every bit of that, and I'm sure many others that are searching are noting that. I don't. You have to be weary about certain things like the being on lives while trying to search. I just don't see how you're able to search. But I will say Terry is somebody I like a lot, man. And this woman's out there every day too. So smart. I can't say her name without wanting to say smart ass. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry. Smart Hoss. There you go. I was on last night with y'all. It was nice to see if everyone was kind of disagreeing. Tammy, thank you. Yeah, it was great, man. I think it was very. It's, you know what's cool is when you can have a disagreement, and at the end of the day, it doesn't make you feel a certain type of way. You know what I'm saying? Like you're happy. How do you say this? Like, okay, well, what did I take away from this, and what maybe could I learn from it? And maybe my mind does change for some reason. You see what I'm saying? I will say that at the end of the day, that is one of the most important things and reasons why I took myself away from it was because I couldn't deal with that. To be honest with you, I went from searching just to be real with you guys. So Monday and Tuesday are my busy days with work in general, with like the company. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, I'm like, all right, cool. I can focus on this. I'm out flying. I'm doing this, you know, and I'm focusing. But then when I started getting fixated on the negative and well, this could have been this or this could have been that, it wasn't even, I stopped looking at the search grids and everything, and I started getting jumble effed. You know what I mean? And so I really had to dial myself back in. And then for me to have done what I did, right, and, you know, speak on some shit, and I'm like, wait a minute, that's not my lane. Get the fuck out of that lane. That's not where I belong. I belong on the lake or in the air. And at the end of the day, like a lot of us say, like if we find him, at the end of the day, I hope finding him doesn't mean water. Okay. And I'll say it like that. But I will not feel confident until I know, and it's not nothing against anybody. Like even with certified people, Adventures with Purpose. Prime example of this is how many times has law enforcement went into the water search, didn't find nobody, and then turned around, this guy's pulling them out. You see what I'm saying? So things can be easily missed in water. And I'm like, okay, well, I know I can do that. And Tony and me had talked about this when, you know, Tony first got involved. That's like, he's like, dude, first thing I do is get in the water and look. And I'm like, dude, that's a good idea. He's like, you got a skeeter, take your skeeter, go out there and do it. And I'm like, all right, cool. Because what about asking hip hitters or hip guys on basis to see if one has a boat to help? Angela, if you would like to, I mean, I stay away from Facebook. Obviously, I have one. It's there. I don't even know my password to it anymore. So that's why I was hilariously laughing at some of these pictures I've seen. Some of these people with Photoshop, they need a job in design because they are amazing. But I absolutely, Angela, and you can tell them to get in contact with me if you want to. That's fine. Or whoever wants to post that. What I can say is that I'll start Wednesday. I'm going to start at Cage's Bend. I know this is going to sound a little weird. I'm going to start where the access because the way I'm looking at it, if I go at Cage's Bend, okay, I'm gonna come in right there. I'm gonna go. There's nooks all through there. The thing you're going to want to go back to though, and like try to look for is places where a body of water is near a road. Cage's Bend has one of these where it would be quick access, if that makes sense. So hopefully, and any information y'all wanna feel free to put out there to give me, dude. Hey, you know, I couldn't do this without you guys, and I feel like you are very much a part of this, and we're a part of a team. And I super love you guys. I thank y'all from the bottom of my heart. And so, live life, love. No, and I mean, I didn't give details, but I'm saying like exactly why I would want to start where I would. There you go. Has anybody ever had Double Dogs chili cheese? Chili cheese fries? I'm starving. And thank you for that, live, laugh, love. Honestly, I know I get what you're saying. Yes, I love that place. So good God, look at this shit. What the hell? I don't know. Y'all fixing to say me be like a pig on a Sunday, son. How the hell am I going to do this with a spoon? That ain't happening.
Where do you want that trailer?
Not in the same spot. Beside the reels. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You all right? Look like you all right?
Now it's wrestled like 25, maybe 55 intense.
Austin help you?
Yeah, he handed him to me, but I was the one going into the trailer, load him up.
Sorry, I'm so hungry. All right, I'm starving. Dude, my face looks like Luke. That's Luke saying bye to you guys. Happy Nana. They are actually doing really well. I talked to Ricardo last night. No, I know y'all don't. I appreciate it. Just understand if I start rolling, and I'm sorry. Luke, my boy. Rissa said, Luke, my boy.
Hey,
What?
you just want, like, you plan on using this other truck?
What do you mean?
Do you want me to just leave that trailer attached to it so we can run it to the dump sometimes instead of trying to back in here, grab it again, and pull it
No, but you can actually pull it next to the other trailer. I didn't think about that. Keep it up here. Like, move it close to the fence, move that little trailer over. All right. Sorry, guys. Everybody's saying bye. Luke loves you guys, by the way. Absolutely loves you guys. Why does people keep trying to battle my ass? Like, I don't even know who these people are. They're always trying to jump in your lives and shit. And it's like, I don't battle. I don't even know what I'm doing. Darla, darling, how's it going, sweetie? I will tell you this. MACM. What is battle? What? You didn't confuse. Oh, battle. Sorry. So what happens? Yeah, I know, right, Henrietta? We definitely do. No, it's where they come on here and they like try to challenge you and shit. Battle your life. Yeah, like they come up here with you on their guest, and okay, that makes sense. That's how they make money. See, I knew that was a thing. I just didn't know how bad it was. I'm in Hendersonville right now with my sons. Dolphin, that's awesome. How is your son? I hope he's great. I'm literally inside. I get so many marketed brands. That's stupid. I don't even do those. We need money. We need Sebastian home. We don't need money. Yeah, that's exactly right, Henrietta. We got everything. We need to do what we got to do. Hey, Sophie. That's like one of my best friends. Well, she's married to my best friend, but she's my best friend too. But yeah, no. So my plan is, how bad was it? Monica, I'll post a video later. It's pretty gnarly. I actually caught Transformers blowing up. I was super surprised. On my drone, I went up at like 11:30 at night, and I'm like, you know what? If it flies away, it flies away. And I caught the coolest shit I've ever seen. Double Dogs chili cheese fries, and they're amazing. But no, so there's no money needed on my end. My project, ASK project, obviously it'll be selling shirts and stuff like that. But 60% of all that will go towards actually funding search teams for families that can't afford it. And the money will be it's like all live. 360, I'll tell you this, 360 marketing is who is doing all that for me. They're phenomenal. So they're able to post, so like say you donated $50, okay? First off, I ain't taking donations neither. I'm not doing that. That's one thing I'm highly against. My project is going to be without donations. I know it's going to sound crazy, and I hope it's okay. I hope that it still goes and it does what it's supposed to. It's for the right reasons. But I don't feel we need donations because it's just more of a headache, if that makes sense. What I would like to do is, like, obviously, there's Doctors on Your Ass project. Glenda, I'm working with 3 of them right now. Obviously, we got the type of contracts that will state, given so many hours. I think they can do so many hours actually for, dude, this woman was so intelligent. She's like 49 and she's been a therapist for a long time. She says that she is willing to be a part of the ASK project and be a part of she specializes in trauma, childhood trauma. And she's phenomenal. And she was explaining to me that, she has so many accredited hours that she has to keep up with. And no, barbecue, I didn't, because you said you didn't need drone shots. So that's the ones I sent you. I'll show you the ones I got from my phone. There ain't many of them, though, Shreve. There's like 4. But yeah, so anyway, she was telling me, explaining stuff to me. And she said that it's not like her volunteering, right? She don't want me to take it that way. What she was trying to say is that she is willing to say, hey, I'll take these hours, put them to good use for these families. And I thought that was amazing, to be honest. Sebastian will be forever imprinted. I talked to Seth about this when we were at that dinner that night. And the same thing I'll tell Chris and Katie. Sebastian will be forever imprinted on the ASK project because he opened me to a whole new world of what I didn't realize was there. And it's crazy to me. And it's crazy that if I'm only one person, how many people didn't even know how bad this was, right? You're talking about my mama, Rissa. Rissa's my mama too. Stacey Welch, hey. Dude, I'm telling y'all, this is the first time I've ever had chili cheese fries from fucking Double Dogs. And I'm a straight fat ass. I'll eat anything, but this shit is fire. Alyssa, you ain't lying, man. This stuff right here is amazing. I want those fries. Chris, eat, then go to Double Dogs. No. No, I love this shit, man. I didn't know they had them. My dumb ass asked for tater tots. Don't ask why. I just think of a hot dog, I think tater tot. I'm trying. It's a F ton. I'll tell you that. Their fries to me are amazing. I don't know how we got off talking about food. I'm telling you, I'm gonna choke on live stream. Don't worry. Just I'm gonna need a life alert. Much as I stuffed my fat ass, I'm gonna need a life alert just so if I choke on something. No, food is good. Y'all want to know what I do? I comfort eat. God dang it, I comfort eat. When I'm upset about something, I'm eating every time. Alyssa, I've not had those. I heard those are absolutely amazing. I'm a bad comfort eater, unfortunately. That is one of my very bad things that I do. When I get upset, if I'm bored, if I'm depressed, it doesn't matter, man. Like, I eat, and I've had to learn to say, wait a minute. I mean, you don't get to be. I mean, I'm pretty damn hefty, I guess. So I'm 215 pounds, And it ain't muscle, buddy. I got movies. I'm proud of my movies, though. So, hell, it's too bad that we couldn't get a Photoshop of me and my movies. Just saying, barbecue. Toya, what are you saying, sweetie? I'm sorry. And I told her. Says Zaxby. No, that's facts. Zaxby's is the best. You know how they need sports bras? They should make them for males. I don't know why they don't. I mean, I guess they may. I don't know. I'm pretty sure I need them, though. I've got the type of stuff. I'm telling you, my movies are so big, I'm pretty sure I close my arms on my nips. You know what I mean? Like this. So when I'm cold, I'm just like. You don't have Zaxby's? Hey, I had a teacher in high school. He always wore like see-through polos, and this dude had pepperonis. We don't need.
You got all the antennas in the trailer.
Okay.
Off the ground.
Okay.
And all the radios in the box.
Did you cut the stick up?
A stick. The big stick?
No, we didn't get that stick up.
You wore out?
And the antennas are heavy.
They're trying to tell me they worked. I don't think they did.
There's like 30 antennas out there.
Was it really? Yeah.
The trailer's full
What?
to the ceiling.
Really?
Yeah.
Is the tires flat?
No, I don't think so. I didn't even tear your yard up.
You didn't tear my yard up?
No.
You promise you didn't tear my yard up?
You go there and check.
All I asked, cut that log up. I mean, is there anything else y'all can do?
She thinks so.
Can I go run and pick up Caitlin and then come back?
Yeah.
That's all I gotta do. I can stay as long as you want.
What about you?
I can come back and get the rest of the radios after I pick up Caitlin.
That's fine. All right.
Let me go run and do that real fast. I'll be back.
Use my hand.
Why are you doing that? I'm set up here. Or down there.
So he's going away. If you don't get it out of my face, I won't stop eating it. No, bitch, you that. Come on. Don't do that to me.
I'll put it in the microwave.
Here. Thank you, Bubba. Love you. Yeah. Sorry if y'all heard my struggling self. They're trying to, I know that, yeah, that's exactly what they're trying to do. And like, no, they got about 2.5 hours left. No, y'all want to hear something funny? They weren't supposed to come to work today. They showed up. And I'm like, why are y'all here? But I was like, I get it. No, I'm telling you right now, I had to get Austin to take that shit. Pappy, I'll be sitting here. I'm going to tell you this. When I have to do this when I get out of bed, this is what I do when I get out of bed. Throw myself out, literally. It takes an act of God to lift my ass up in the morning. Then I have to pretty much go. I stay in the shower where I'm about dead for half the day. They want that holiday pod. Oh, Peanut, they got it, man. Those guys are really good. That was Double Dog's chili cheese fries, and it was freaking amazing. That's what you do, Pappy. It is, man. As soon as you hit 30, it's like everything on you is just like crack. I'm telling you, man. I don't know what happened. I wish I could go back. I say that all the time. Oh my God, dude. Now I've got acid reflux. See what happens? That sounds amazing. I feel like I've been hit by a truck every night. Exactly, man. Mine was at 40. Natalie, how's your boy doing? Wait until you're 40 and 50. Hey, from South Carolina. I saw your post on Sebastian. Was just thinking yesterday. I have not seen. Mama Bear of 3. Yeah, I switched gears a little bit. I focus more on the Sebastian, the actual locating part, man. I stay out of the other stuff from now. You're so real. How can we not like you? No, man, I'm not real. I'm AI. No, I'm joking. No, I'm just honest, man. I'm gonna tell you right now. Look, I was addicted to opiates for shit 6, 7 years. I've been clean for 8 years now. 9 years, February 2nd, and I will tell you right now, that has wreaked hell on my body. Like you couldn't have told me back then that I would literally be like, holy shit, I can if I drink too much Red Bull, my liver hurts. I'm telling you, thank you guys. Susan, it's going awesome. Thank you guys. But yeah, it is crazy how you can look up. I think you can look it up. I remember with New Leaf in Cookville when I was at the rehab facility, they had a diagram of what the medicine will do to you, or drugs will do to you over time, and it's crazy how your organs they literally start sagging almost like they just almost sad like my face. But at the end of the day, I didn't know this then. Paula Smith, thank y'all. I'm just me, man. If you knew my mama, she's very bubbly too. Brother, gotta hop up and got to go. Jenny, well, be safe, sweetie. Jenny, yeah. I will tell you this, man, somebody's journey to listen to is Coley. Dina Weeks just popped in. Dina Weeks introduced me to her, and I'm gonna tell you this right now. That woman has been through more shit than I could only imagine. It's one thing to say. So I've everything that I have done has been to myself. I'm the cause, right? I'm the reason why I would be the way I am. I'm the reason why I got in trouble. I'm the reason. The hardest part for me was back in the day is I wanted to say that everybody else was. When I was able to look in the mirror and say, you know what, you're the fucking problem, and it was me the whole time. That's when change started happening. Because I thought it might be a lot more. It tastes gross. Yeah. So I can, Steven, you're the reason the world is a brighter place. Oh, thank you guys. Um, Hold on, I'm trying to read this. Lost my daughter and grandson. Oh man, Paul, I'm so sorry. My baby brother. There's four of us, four boys. There's me. I'm the oldest. Christian's the second oldest. Matthew, he's the favorite. He's the doctor, and then Timmy. Timmy is always going to be the baby brother, the favorite, the littlest. Um, he is incarcerated now, and unfortunate, and it's sad because I'm happier he's there than on the street because fentanyl. What's crazy is I'm very thankful that I never got addicted to that stuff or had that. I didn't have that opportunity, I guess, and it wasn't. We wasn't trying to just get high on whatever. And to watch my brother, my own brother, and it was crazy because I'm sober and I'm watching a mirror of myself is what I'm looking at. Just a different body, same blood, a mirror of myself, and it breaks your heart because I've tried to help him so much, and until he wants to help himself, there is no help. And I'm so scared that he's going to get in the system and stay in the system. And I'm trying to be a positive influence. I'm like, look, dude, I did it. You can do it. And there's so many times that he's even said himself, like, I know I can do this. And then he he'll start therapy, he'll get to going, and then he stops. And then I will say this on his man, I don't want to ever speak as his best friend since T-ball. They played T-ball together, best friend together all the way through high school, everything. Um, Unalived himself in the driveway. So he took it very hard. Um, it was hard on all of us because we've known Trevor for a long time. And that was his name. Um, he was at a good friend of ours' house, and his truck was idling, and he went to go to work. Trevor worked with him, so they usually would go together. The truck was running, the windows were tinted, Person couldn't get inside. Said, well, man, he must have fell asleep in his truck. I'm gonna go into work. It's like 4 a.m. Another person comes over there, can't get his attention. Look in the window, notice his phone sitting in the floorboard, and unfortunately, come to find out, the young man was speedballing. He had a bad trip. He would send text messages that were something about the Barbs have came to take me away and some other stuff. And it's sad, man, because again, it may not be because it was an overdose, but another young man thought his only way out was to do that because of what he was feeling mentally. You know, if I can help anybody, that's the one thing I'll say is like when I started this whole journey with just talking, I never knew that people would listen, right? So I would make a video that would hit 2 million something subscribers, or 2 million subscribers. I'm sorry, 2 million impressions or whatever. And I can tell you exactly what it was. I started a business. I had the razors, the trucks, built Duramax, I, a lot of money in trucks, boats, anything you can ask for. And I was building it, and this is me and Lauren, and because me and Lauren separated for a year, she straightened my ass up. Let me tell you, because I'm done clean now at this point. Okay, I focused in to work so hardcore. Guess what? My dumb ass did. Stop communicating. Stopped communicating with the one person who was in my corner the whole time. And so all this is going on. She leaves. And I remember coming in, and I got home that day, and I literally was like, it's so quiet. Like, why is it quiet? And it was driving me nuts because I'm not the type to sit in quiet. Like, I have to have something going on, whether it's noise, something. And so, wish my grandson, he was only 20 years old. Paula, I'm sorry, sweetie. That shit breaks my heart. I would have loved to have met him. I'm sure he was an amazing person. I will say this, and it's like when I sat there and I remember going in and I'm like I look at my boat, I look at my truck, and I'm looking at the land around, and I'm like, how is it that I made it this far? Not one time, get this, I was such a piece of shit. Not one time did I think about what I just said. How did I get this far? And I have nothing. But yet, the answer was there. It was her. She's who got me there. Lauren did. And I was such a piece of shit. I stopped communicating. I stopped like just talking. I just work, work, work. And I'm thinking I'm building all this for us. Everything for us, right? No, it was for me. Because you know what she wanted? You know what she wanted that was the most valuable? My time. That was it. And I couldn't offer it to her. So when I finally realized all this, I started talking about it, right? Started being verbal with you guys and started coming on here and making videos and just trying to be funny, you know, I get I'm funny, but it's weird. It's an awkward funny, right? Because I'll make fun of myself all day. But any way to try to get my mind off of things. Well, little did I know that my little community would be one of the things that helped me realize I was the problem. When I would go back and look at videos and I would look at things that I would say, and I always remembered, damn, dude, everything I've always talked about that I did, like what, there's no way I got here because I go back to, she's the woman that spent 2 months trying to get me into a rehab. When my mama couldn't take me, her mother come and got me and took me. She came and picked me up. She gave me the loan to get my business started. She's all this shit that this woman done for me, and all I had to offer was to be a piece of shit and not talk to her when all she wanted was my time, not the money. I tried to give her investment. I tried to get ties to ASK. She don't want none of that. She didn't want no part of shit. As a matter of fact, she hates my job. All she wanted was my time. And so I sit here and I'm telling you guys this story because there's a lot of things that in life that we could want that we think that monetary will money make things easier in life? Absolutely. There's no lies to that. Look what world we live in, right? Hold on. This thing makes you verification thing or something. So, anyways, so long story short, I had this misconception in my head of, doing this for her and my family when it was for me. The same woman that believed in me when I never believed in my fucking self, man. She did. So I will never forget it because I start talking to you guys. I'm doing everything. And then it hits me one day. This is no shit. She texts me and says, hey, I'm going to go on a date. At that time, I'm like, okay, you deserve better. I'm already at this point where I'm like, I've seen what I've done. Little did I know that I would get super upset about that, and I would drive straight to her house. I'm like, nah, ain't happening. And from that point forward, I said, I know where I went wrong. I've been talking about it. I failed to communicate. I went to therapy. Learned how to talk to myself before talking to her, So to be able to talk to her the way she needed to in her love language, right? Because in my head, I'm thinking, give her whatever she wants. That's what she wanted. No, her love language was, the time and I think it's words of affirmation. It is words of affirmation and time. Sorry, I know that. But anyways, so all this is going on, and it took me. She didn't come right back. Let me tell you. Peanut, I love you to death, dude. That's funny. But yeah, it was time and just me. But so I told her, like, look, I'm not saying take me back. I'm not saying all this. Just let me prove it. And so I continued to go to therapy. I literally worked on myself hardcore, learned how to communicate because hell, I'm terrible at it. And I still struggle to this day, man. There's things that I'll have a bad day and I'll won't even realize that I'm walking past her and I won't say nothing. And then I have to check myself. And I make sure to check myself every time. And I'm like, you didn't acknowledge her, man. Go back and acknowledge this woman that appreciates you. So that's what I started doing. And I will tell you that I've never been the happiest I've been in my life. There's no amount of money you could give me to make me not happy. The way I feel about Lauren, man, is I hope that people have that person in their corner, whether it be a relationship or finding just a friend, man. Because once you have somebody that supports you, you don't need an army. Let me tell you this: you need yourself. You need to be able to believe in yourself and that person. And I swear, hell, believe in yourself. Start there. If you can learn to love yourself first. My daddy taught me this, my stepdad. If you don't love yourself, you'll never love anybody else, and you'll never love anybody truly. But the moment you love yourself, you can correctly love others. And the reason why is because when you love yourself, you treat yourself good. You don't beat yourself up. Now, I'm bad about beating myself up somehow. I'm working on it, therapy. So I'm gonna say, but I can tell you that in my heart, that when I walked past a mirror, I hated who I was. I tried to change who I was. I've made up. Let me tell you, I would, for friends that they're not even here today. I would literally, just make up bold face fucking stupid shit, just so people would like me. And it's like, why am I running from who I really am? What am I so scared of? And it really took a lot to dig deep. And then, to be honest with you guys, I watched my mom go through a lot of physical abuse. We went through it as kids, and I will say that my mother was quick with getting us out of there. Absolutely. So it wasn't long. There was still kind of a mental part of it. And my mom tried her damnedest with some things. But my mom was raising 4 boys and on her own without anybody. My stepdad didn't come around until I was 11, I believe. Hell, my youngest brother was a baby, essentially. He's like 4, little kid. So I will tell you that there's many things I could tell you in life, but if it's one thing, is love yourself. Love yourself. You've got to make you number one. Because if you don't make yourself number one and love yourself, then the person that really truly wants to be that co-companion in your life, it's like a business partnership, right? Let's just be honest. Your partner can offer all this stuff to you and be a great business partner, and financially it feels good. But if you're literally like this, right? What's the problem there? You see what I'm saying? Well, somewhere there's duties not being done, and somebody's not feeling something, you know. So what happens to the company? It starts to fall apart. So at the end of the day, you've got to remember that when you are intertwined with somebody, that it's like a business deal. At the end of the day, Jenny, that's absolutely correct, man. And okay, Kat, that is 100% true. I mean, here's the deal. Lauren is not like me. I'll tell you, Lauren is a homebody. This woman, she just wants to spend time with me. She loves going hiking and stuff. Don't get me wrong, but I'm outside every day. I spend all day. I mean, look at me. I look like a fucking tomato or the Kool-Aid man. I'm red as shit. So but she doesn't like doing that. She likes being at home, being in the home and sitting there. And so I have to tell myself with my ADHD ass, sit the shit down, like sit down. And Lauren had to work with me very hard on this because it was a fucking mind fuck, because I couldn't imagine just sitting still for a period of time. I took what you said to me about music. It made an affirmation for my son. Oh, that's awesome. Natalie, I'm glad to hear that. And I hope, how's he enjoying his bass guitar? That's how I'll word that. Sorry. I've been married for 40 years and we have been there for each other and talked things through. See, that's amazing. You know what's crazy to me, guys, is that I think we're seeing a transition back to where you're starting to see more of this younger generation say they want to find companionship, but it's like the generation before this one, dude. It's like they don't want to be. I don't know. My grandma and granddad was a great example. They were together since they were young and until death do them part. And my grandmother's still here today. And if you ask her, she said that she'd give up her house, her money, and everything to have my granddad back. And that right there tells me everything. He had a little tattoo on his leg with a P for Peggy, because my grandma's name Peggy Ann. Angie, how are you, sweetie? Natalie, that's awesome, man. A lot of people actually don't even know that I'm. So, Natalie, can I share this? Is that okay? I'm gonna wait for her to say this, because I don't really put this out there, but it's something I've wanted to incorporate. So Natalie is somebody that I met through here, and I think she's an amazing mother. She has a son who wanted to play an instrument, obviously, and through the school, it's very expensive. And I'm gonna tell you, I know this firsthand. I got 3 kids. Well, 2 of them to which that's what they would deal with. So she had asked me one day, she was like, "Hey, my son really admires your, guitars and stuff that I have, which most of y'all know I have." She told me about this, but she can tell, she didn't ask me, she didn't do nothing. I wanted to do something for him because his love of music. I find it so awesome that a child says, "Hey, man," who's never picked up an instrument like this, it just wants to take the opportunity to learn an instrument. And so I personally would help get him a bass guitar. She found it and everything, ordered it. All I did was just take part in making sure there was a way to purchase it. If that makes sense. And what I want to do, and the only reason why I'm telling this story is I don't say much about it. But one of the things I want to incorporate with the Ask Project is I want to be able to help kids that don't have the ability to do stuff like this, right? And I want to be able to get those things. there's another kid. You go back to one of my very first videos, not very first, right before Sebastian, where another kid said, "Hey man, I want to get to," he actually, I'll be straight up. He came out and said, "Hey, I need $200 for a guitar." And I said, "Are you being truthful?" ? And he was, dude. I got to see it, so it's pretty cool. But long story short, where I'm getting at is I want to be able to help these kids that can't afford it, because I think music should be. I'm not talking about band, and I don't know how schools are. I know certain schools here, but I truly feel like that. And Natalie's in the messages, man. I wouldn't have told this story without making sure she was okay with it first. But truthfully, oh shit, my trademark's done. Yay. I don't know what the hell that's talking about. All reports are available for your convenience. What does trademark monitor mean? Hold on, guys. Give me a second. I'm checking out something. I don't know what the hell it's talking about. Use the goods and services company. What is it talking about? www. Give me a second. www.asktelecom.net. Sorry. This thing just made me mad. So when you do trademark stuff, if somebody uses your trademarks, apparently it tells you when they've used it. Which is wild to me because I don't kind of understand. This thing's stupid. Austin. He can't hear me for shit. Yeah, I think so, Peanut. Stephen, I have a friend who lost their son to addiction. He was a musician. They sponsor a camp. Oh, wow. See, and that's one thing I'm saying. I feel like schools should incorporate more music, like guitar, stuff like that. I mean, y'all seen them. I mean, I ain't got to show you. But this right here. Bloop. I mean, I got my sons. I've got LTD, that one. This is one of my very first ones, actually. And then I've got this Schecter, Omen Elite, this Jackson, Ernie Ball, which is my baby, Ernie Ball, Sterling, which is a good guitar. Two of those are 7 strings. Another one's just simple Ibanez, cheap one. And then, but yeah. So I just like, and that's the thing, man. Like, I ain't scared to send. I'll tell you what, that black Ibanez I'd send to a kid right now. Natalie, that's awesome, man. That literally makes me so happy. Because here's the thing: if we could, no, Peanut, that is not. No, yeah, it is. But here's the thing, man. I think it can help kids. Honestly, mentally, like, one of the things when I get upset, I go to music and I play. It's something that calms me and my anxiety, and it's always been that way. And it makes me, so when I get to thinking about it, I'm like, you know what? This is a big thing for kids. Now, there's a lot of programs out there that give guitars and stuff to kids. I see it. I know I participate in that shit. So, but again, that's why my head started hurting. Oh shit, Mysterious Al. What are you talking about? But yeah, no. So this here, I'll show you. It's brand new Ibanez. It is a RGR T421. A little cheapy, nothing expensive. But if there's a kid out there that needs it, and a parent that would love their child. Now, obviously, we'd have to. And you know what? I might could send them an amp. I have a couple of them, but I would love to be able to help another kid for sure. Um, but yeah, so y'all see a kid that needs something, you tell them to holler at me. Tell them, the dad, mom, whatever. I'd love to give this one away too. So. Nurse Dana, I'll be honest with you, sweetie. So just Peachy, what's up? I don't, let me just ask y'all something real quick, since that came up. If I did take donations and it was helping kids, like obviously you see the guitars, I'll give them out. My thing I have with it is I would want people to see where the money goes at all times. That's the only problem I have with it. And I find it really hard to do that unless you have a system that's integrated that be able to do it. 360 Marketing has a system in place. It's hard for me to want to do that when I can take like the Ask Project. I have shirts and stuff here, I'll show y'all real quick. Our store launches online full scale next month. It's been a long 8 months, long. So, and we're at the very end of it now. So let me go here and I'll show you pictures. Now, this is not the finals. From understanding here, let me go to my email. Pretty sure he said I'll have the finals tomorrow. And these are just rough cuts, just so y'all know. So please don't make fun of me. ASK CPT. Okay, let me go to my email. I gotta verify this shit real quick. I think Dylan is on the dirt bike, or Austin is on the dirt bike, guys. Yeah, he's on the dirt bike. Y'all want to see something funny? I can take y'all down there to that. More spam. Boop. All right. Come on, buddy. More. I hate this thing. All right. Bloop. So oh my God, dude, I hate this thing when it force closes me out every time. Does anybody know how to keep that from doing that? So here you go. Doop-a-doo-doo-doo. That. So that's I got that trademarked. Obviously, it only trademarks the simple provision. So obviously it's an Adobe, but let's see. And then I've got this one I kind of like too. And of course, there's other ones. There you go. Remove that dot. So like if you're wearing a white t-shirt, this would be over the left pocket of the boobie. So I mean, and then on the back of it, on the tail, on like kind of above the waistline, it'll say "You matter," or it'll be between the shoulders too. But we have throw blankets, we have all kinds of stuff, and of course, this is all stuff that helps, that will go to like funding, the kids and stuff like that. Somebody just asked me that. I seen it pop up. Somehow they got, I guess it's a text message, but you're on my live, so I'm gonna show you. So this is the guitar I'm talking about. Like I said, brand new. I've only played it maybe a handful of times. Any child that has a parent that can't afford to get their kid a guitar, holler at me. I will pay for the shipping to get to you, and I will get it to you. I think every kid deserves an instrument, and that's 100%. I wish I could buy them all, but I can't. But Natalie knows this. When I say I'll do it, I'll do it. So, yeah. So just let me know, and I will get it to them. Bloop, 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 bloop. Hi, Kate. Dude, y'all kill me how fast the comments come in. Like I was just looking at one, and I guess it reset itself somehow. I seen Kate said something about the boys, and then I'm like, what? Glenda, that stands Avery Samuel Caden. That is my kids. But get this. This is how it plays into it. So just like Ask Telecom, ask me what I do for a living. And that's my kids' names in chronological order. So Avery's youngest, Samuel Parker. We call him Parker, but it's little, middle, big, and Caden's my oldest. I gotta clean this off. What's up, guys?
What's up, man? Did your guest speak?
Jen, you too.
Brought you a fan.
Hi, Steve. I've seen your live.
Oh, hey.
You want us to do anything else?
Y'all, did you do it all?
And the radios are done, antennas are done.
I think that was just the sticks. That's all.
Pick up all the sticks? All the sticks?
Oh, your
big stick, giant stick.
The big sticks.
We did
big stick.
I cut that big stick up.
No, the big sticks over there.
Yeah, we'll do that with us.
Oh, shit.
Third time.
Yeah. No. So happy that you were able to see through the biz. Much better. Melissa Hall, thank you. They seem happy more day. Sorry, guys. They come up here and was talking to me real quick. Long story short, I won't be on here much longer. If y'all need, if there is any family that has a child that would love a guitar that cannot afford one, please let me know. DM me. I know it sounds crazy. Just understand. Obviously, I have to vet it the best way I can. I don't know how I would do this, to be honest with you. Maybe it'd be best to do a drawing. Is that the way we should do it? I don't know. I don't know how I would do that. But I'll tell you this: if it was one of those things where it became like a big problem, I would fix it. Oh, Shanna, thank you, Shanna, so much, especially coming from you. I think the world of her. Shanna is a really amazing person to me. So, yeah. So, bet then drawing. Yeah, Babs, and that's what I was thinking. You don't want to draw your number, Sebastian. Thank you so much, Sharon. It's sad that you almost have to bet, but you kind of got to, because people take advantage of the situation, or but I just want to be able to help the kids, and I think at the end of the day, I can only control so much. So, Katie, thank you. There was something else to say. Somebody asked about my ASK stuff, right, with the initials. So what was funny about this, right? Castor oil good for pimples. Spud. You know what? I'm going to be honest with you, Spud. I don't know. I get them mother freakers all the time. I've seen Spud several times, and he's always saying some funny shit. But like, is it really? Castor oil is good for it? I thought it was a joke. I don't mean he or she. I'm sorry. But anyways, Spud, wasn't you asking something else the other day that was like funny? I swear, I was taken back by it, honestly. Oh, okay. Anyways, so ASK with telecom, right? So my kids are their chronological order from least to greatest. Ask me about what I do, and so I do cell phone towers. Thank you, Shannon. It means the world to me. Trust me, we miss you too. We don't get to talk to you all no more. What happened? we work with her. She's like friend / work friend / an amazing human being all around. Um, you could get permission for parents to put their story out and have followers vote on them. I think that's a good idea. I would want to be mindful of the criticism that would come from it. Does that make sense? Because we see how that works, and I would want to make sure that they don't feel attacked anyway. I want them to understand it would be. I wouldn't want them to get backlash. That's all. But yeah, so ASK also, when it came to the Ask Project, was something that really spoke to me with Sebastian and anybody in regards. It's why I trademarked the name. It's why I did whatever I did. Ask me why you matter, because and it goes into my slogan. So it came out to be the Ask Project, which was just like my other company, and then it's Avery Samuel Caden. And then one of the biggest things is I want people to know that they're a light in this world, that no matter how dim and dark the situation is, you can always be the light in your life. Like if you have this negative, dark person that's always putting you down, guess what? You're that light and they're refusing to see it. So if they don't, leave them in the dark. You don't have to shine your greatness on them. Go shine it elsewhere. Be great elsewhere. They don't need you because they want to be that way. You see what I'm saying? And so when it came to the trademark of my slogan, which is ignite self-worth, right? I can't tell me, that's a hard ass word to say. I don't know why I chose that word. Actually, I'll be honest with you. Oh, I had something bite me. Now do you get where that ignite self-worth comes from, though? Is what I'm trying to say. I'm big in that, everybody's a light in this world. And I give that 100%. And I think that if people are negative and stuff, then we have to do our part for our self-care, right? If we love ourselves and we care about ourselves, then those negative people, get them the hell out of your life, man. And you know what? Maybe they're a positive light in their own way, but just don't need to be in yours. And so the best thing to come from all this is you guys, to be honest with you, have been some of the most supportive people I've ever met in my entire life. Hell, I remember that it was a couple weeks ago. There are so many kids that online says do the bullying protect word. Miss Steeler fan, 100%. And that is Peanut, I got you. That is something, the Ask Project in a whole, I put my notes on one day. I'll put it back on my story. I have a whole thing on what I want to do. When I started Ask Project 8 months ago, it was to attack, obviously, the No Child Left Behind. Then I started seeing a bigger problem with we're not giving these. It's not the teachers' fault. They don't have the money, funding, and the resources to take care of these children correctly. They don't. They throw them just next to the next grade, and it's like, hey, what happens when they become an adult, and we just passed them on through the system, and we didn't provide them with what they needed to be successful in life. And so it's something that just drove me nuts. So then I started getting involved with that whole aspect of autism. My child, well, obviously with my son, and then my nephew, he is very autistic. And so then Sebastian happens, and then I see a whole new world of missing children. And they're not, it's just the Amber Alert, all in all, a system that fails our kids all the freaking way around. And I'm like, holy shit, this is a big problem. And if I can be any light, and I may just be a small fraction, but if I can be a voice for our voice, for everybody that stands up behind me, wherever it is, how many people I can get to say, hey, I back this, then we take all the other little smaller voices and we can link together because we can network and be communicative. We can make a huge impact on this. And I know that. I feel that to my core. I truly feel that. I know for a fact we can move mountains if we just work together and voice it. It would be a beam. Oh yeah, for sure. Somebody said, "What's your?" I don't know why this person keeps texting. All right, it's ignite self-worth, illuminate lives. That means know that you matter and that you're a light in this world. Catchphrase or slogan, however you put it. Veronica, thank you first and foremost. I'm just a person, to be honest, that's went through some crap in my life, but that's helped open my eyes to a lot more things that are much bigger than I am. But if I could just be a positive influence for children and show them that there's somebody fighting for them that was that child at one point and had to go through the system the hard way, that, we're here for them. But guys, I'm fixing to hop off here. So
Yeah, look at all the big sticks.
how the hell did you do that?
Me and Austin.
Oh, wow.
So we good?
Yeah. I'll be down there and tell you all in a minute. Hey, guys, I'm going to go, though. I'll be on in a little bit. Don't worry. God knew what he was doing. Peanut, thank you so much. Miss Steeler fan, thank you so much. Hey, I love you guys very much. Thank y'all for everything. I will post stuff about the ASK project if you really want to know. Kayla Duvall.